Yeah, so I was thinking about the 90s today
Yeah.
and just like how different it was compared to now, but it's still the same shitty world. And it was just a little bit better in the 90s.
Better.
Yeah,
It was a little
fuck
bit
yeah.
better. The 90s were awesome,
Yeah,
bro.
dude.
We had Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. Without Scream.
Oh, yeah.
We had Scream.
Late 90s. Yeah, we did have Scream.
In
Power Rangers.
the
When they were good.
in the movies too. All the movies were good. I mean, and I meant the music. Sorry, I was adjusting the levels.
The music was good.
I mean, it's so 90s.
Isn't it weird how, like, in the 90s, everyone was like, well, the 80s was really good music?
No, people were saying that about the 70s, but that nobody thought the 80s music was good. But 90s, when we were in the 90s, everybody's
Yeah.
like, "Oh man, music has died."
There's always
But
a
now
time
it's
where-
2018, and I'm just like, dude, I miss the music from the 90s.
Well, there's always going to be a time where it used to be better.
Yeah.
Except for maybe now, I don't think so. Like, I don't think anyone in in like 2030 is gonna be like, guys, remember the millennium? Like, remember 2018? How good music was? I don't think anyone's gonna say that.
Like that was the EDM years, man. Everybody was just on ecstasy, just listening to the same beat over and over again.
Hilarious. All right, you guys. Our guest today is Nick Guerra, and that's the episode you're about to hear coming up right now. But just Kevin and I are recording the intro real quick.
We're waiting for Nick to get here.
Yeah. So let me just tell you a couple things. One, I have a show coming up in Encino. It's supposed to be at like a vape shop. It's in Encino. Hit me up online for more details in Encino, California. So that should be fun. I've also got June 29th in Bakersfield. I'm headlining that. I'm taking Lisa Ayat with me to open, and apparently Kevin's coming too.
Apparently, you asked me and I said yes. What's the
Well,
what's the
I don't
apparent?
know, bro. You gotta hit a couple open mics first.
I
Though.
will.
Just do like 5.
Okay.
It'll be fun. We'll be back the same night. So that's June 29th, Bakersfield. So that'll be fun. Also, this episode is brought to you by bullymake.com. You guys, Bullymake. They send you a box right to your door. You can do monthly if you want. I just found out you could do today. I found out you can do 3 months, 6 or 12. Or you can just do one. You can literally just try one box. There's no minimum purchase necessary. You're going to use, at checkout, you're going to use promo code HOME to get $10 off your order, off your first box. And so HOME, that's the promo code. Use that at checkout at bullymake.com. It's going to come with a bunch of indestructible toys for your power chewer
Made out of
puppy that you have at
vibranium.
home. And also some healthy dog treats, healthy stuff. And it's all made in the USA. Also, this episode is brought to you by FreshRoastedCoffee.com. Go to FreshRoastedCoffee.com. You guys, there's no minimum purchase necessary. You can order a bunch of organic coffee, the grounds, or maybe you use the pods if you got like a Keurig at home or something. Even if you want organic tea, they got some healthy stuff over there, you guys. And you're just going to use the promo code SCHOOL, just one word, all caps, SCHOOL. And that's going to get you 10% off your entire order.
10%?
No minimum purchase necessary. Also, DMCWatch.com. Just click on the link for the in the description. That'll take you. There's no promo code needed as long as you click that link in my description, and that means that we'll get credit every time we send someone over there to buy a watch. It's the DeLorean Motor Company. They make watches. It's badass. I fucking love mine. And either for yourself or maybe for Father's Day or something like that, it's pretty fucking awesome. So just click the link in the description there.
They are pretty cool looking watches, man.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get one.
Get it.
Waiting for that paycheck.
Just use our link.
And a need to wear a watch, because I usually don't wear watches.
Sometimes a guy should have a watch.
But I would wear that watch.
You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta have a watch. Impresses people. Interviews.
But even people with watches, when you ask them what time it is, they reach into their pocket and get out their phone to tell you what time
I know.
it is.
That happens all the time. I like having a watch when I'm on stage. I really love it. I don't know how I went so many years without doing that because I like to keep track of like how long I've been up there, and no one really notices if you kind of like briefly looked at your watch really quick, and rather than like pulling out your phone. I think it looks really unprofessional.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, so our guest today is Nick Guerra, and I hope that you guys enjoy the episode. We were going to try something like a little bit different. I've still been meaning to try like having a bunch of comics playing a game.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Which I think
man.
will be fun. I think everybody really likes Cards Against Humanity. I think that's the most opportunity for comics to be themselves and have fun and be, and just have some fun with it. I really want to try one. I don't know if the listeners are going to like it. Either way, we were going to try and do it today. I was going to try to get Nick Guerra and another previous guest we've had on, Edie Gibson. I was going to have them two plus me and Kevin. So we got 4 comics playing Cards Against Humanity. Try to have some fun with it for like an hour and then just see if you guys liked it. And then maybe we would incorporate that in once a month. And if you didn't like it, we don't have to do it. But I just kind of wanted to try it and see how it went. I think that's a really good idea. I think it'll be fun.
So too.
But Edie ended up not making it today. And I will eventually try it.
We tried that. Remember one time when we were at Anton's THM guest, we were playing the movie trivia.
Oh,
yeah. That was fun.
That was fun. I wonder if we did. Yeah, but I think just that would be a great even a YouTube series, just like comics playing fucking different.
Because sometimes
board games.
you just want to have fun and not have to talk about it. So
I know it would be fun. I know that comics would make it really funny, but I don't know if that would be interesting to listen to on a podcast for an hour. So we would try it. We'll try it at some point in the future, you guys.
We might have to adapt the gameplay to incorporate for just audio.
Well, you don't really need to have visual for the Cards Against Humanity.
I know, but I'm just saying adapt it.
I don't understand.
You wouldn't.
Okay.
I mean, just keep going.
All right. Yeah, so we'll try that eventually. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, but we're not going to try that today. We were trying to, but it's not going to happen. But I have Nick Guerra on. He's going to be our guest. I've known Nick almost since I've started stand-up. Maybe a few years after I started stand-up, I've known Nick. I've known him since he moved to L.A. from Dallas. He's a comic that started in Texas, and I've literally just watched that guy rise up when he moved to L.A. and he's been on Comedy Central a couple of times. He got the Stand-Up Revolution special with Gabriel Iglasias. A couple of things. Just a couple of things. He's been on my podcast before, a long time ago.
Before I was on.
Yeah. I might have even been with when I had my first co-host. It was still when it was called Parishioners. It was one of the earlier episodes. So it's great to have him back on. So here's the episode with Nick Guerra. And I hope that you guys enjoy it.
Fuck all you hoes. Yeah. This album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from that called the police on me when I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. And all the niggas in the struggle. You know what I'm saying? It's all good,
baby.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape pop, smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping?
Daha, you never thought that hip-hop could take it this far.
That's like the only time you played
an
an intro where I did not want you to stop playing the music.
Keep going.
So that's not a standard, that's not the standard song?
No.
I do a different song every time.
Yeah. How does that song make you feel?
In the beginning, I guess it kind of makes you feel like, it makes me kind of feel like sometimes people do try to fucking hold you down and tell you can't do something.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I'll show all you motherfuckers.
That's the insanity of that song, but it's also such a cheerful way to say it in a weird way. It's like, I'll show you motherfuckers, but it's not, mean. That song right there is one of the greatest songs I think ever out there in the universe.
That's one of your favorites?
Oh, of course, man. Juicy? Yeah,
Juicy.
Man.
I suggested it for today.
You did.
Yeah.
I said I want to play a Biggie song. And
then I said Juicy,
and
he goes, no, Biggie. I'm like, no, Juicy by Biggie.
I obviously
I love Biggie.
I know so many of his songs, but I don't know the titles. I don't, you know what I mean? When I think of that song, I don't think of the word Juicy.
Yeah, they don't really, very well who. It's because of it's named that because of the sample that they took it from. Because the sample, I think the song is Juicy.
Yeah, the sample is called Juicy.
Yeah. So that chorus, you know very well just who you are, that's from the song Juicy.
Yeah. So here we go.
Yeah.
That's how we started. Yeah.
So what are your other Biggie songs?
What are my other Biggie songs?
Yeah. What are your go-to?
Big Papa. I fucking love Big Papa.
Whoa, who doesn't?
Who
man?
doesn't,
Who
bro?
doesn't love Big Papa, bro?
And then the other one that it's like my favorite, and I don't even know the name of it. 'Cause
Well,
I don't know
what's the lyric?
When it starts off like,
Hypnotize?
hypnotize.
There
we
yeah,
go.
yeah, got it.
Isn't that weird that like I don't know, like when I think of that song, I don't think of the word hypnotize.
Hypnotize is the song that made me realize that hip hop, you can listen to the lyrics. It's the first time I ever listened to the lyrics of a song. Because before that, you would just hear a song. You didn't really pay attention to what the lyrics were or what they meant. You didn't even know what you were singing sometimes. You just would like, oh, I love this beat.
Sometimes you make up your own words to it. 'Cause you
Yeah,
can't figure it
yeah.
out, you know?
And Hypnotize was the first one where I was like, fuck, there's something here.
Mm-hmm.
There's something with these metaphors that I need to figure out. There's something with these lines. And it was Biggie Hypnotize that officially, like, just the matrix opened up of hip-hop for me.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I got that a lot from Eminem. I listened to a lot.
M
of
is a
Eminem.
lot of that for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It really, you know what it is,
He
man?
really is like a freaking storyteller.
So what
Eminem.
time, let's say this, how old were you when M hit you?
13, 14.
That's when Hypnotize hit me.
Oh, okay.
So it's about that time, 13, 14, where you go from this kid who, oh, that's a fun song. You don't know what the New Kids on the Block is the same as
Were you already
as
listening
MC
to him when
Hammer.
he died?
Huh?
Were you already listening to him when he died?
I
Or
think,
he had already been dead?
I think he had already been dead.
Okay.
Because Hypnotize had come out after he died.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing it on MTV and seeing the video and just being like, for some reason, man, it just clicked in my head like this genre of music is something that I'm going to love forever.
I've been listening to Eminem until he died.
M's great, bro.
He's so good.
That Caterpillar, the Chloroseptic remix.
Until
Yo.
he does duets with Rihanna, then he's dead to me.
Yeah, but he needs to.
Does
You
he?
know, man, there's this level of fame. There's this level of celebrity status where it is hard to go down. And not in the sense of like you can't find somebody and reach towards them. You just don't get the ability to see people that are below. That's why, like Fresher, who was on Chloroseptic, someone M trusted had to tell M, check out this kid. It's much like that in comedy. You know, like in order for us to get to have a big name acknowledge us, somebody right underneath them that they trust has to say, you need to check out Augustino. You need to watch him. And M, it's a whole team it's a corporation.
I mean,
You know?
yeah, it really is.
So he is able to, because we only have so much time in the day to hear everybody or somebody new. So like Fresher came from, I think came from Denon Porter, you know, his producer D12 buddy, right?
Right,
Obi
right.
Trice came from Bizarre, you know, and M, his career came from
Dre?
Proof.
Oh.
No, it was Proof that was vouching for M and got him into all those circles. See, Proof was the one that because M was trying to hook up with everybody from Kid Rock to ICP to anybody that he could,
Anybody, yeah.
you know. And Proof was the voucher because he ran the hip hop Detroit scene, and he said, "This is my man. You need to check him out."
So what do you think that Eminem is doing that for Rihanna?
No.
Because
That
I
is
think
completely
Rihanna was
like we
already, like-
collaborate. That's
Yeah.
Stallone and Schwarzenegger. All right, that's all that is. It ain't nothing about
I get what
they
you
don't
mean.
need each other.
I don't know if that's a good analogy.
Well, that's what it is. It's like, yo, we want to see them in a movie, and they didn't put out a movie until they were like, fuck it, let's. We already know that
See,
this
I see
is gonna
Stallone
hit.
and Schwarzenegger as equals. I don't think I see Rihanna and Eminem
I
as
love this. I'm just
equals.
sitting back eating pretzels watching this new Eminem
Well,
documentary.
you know, okay, so you see them as equals. Well, okay, Jackie Chan and Johnny Knoxville did a movie together, so there you go.
Yeah.
That's M and
That's
Rihanna.
Eminem.
All right,
Which one's which?
exactly. Well, I would say M is Jackie and Rihanna's Knoxville.
Yeah, I would say
Because
so.
Wait,
watching,
what movie is that?
it's called I forget what it's called. It's on Netflix, but it's Jackie Chan and Johnny Knoxville.
What year was it made?
It was just made like maybe a year ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it's funny because I could see the concept being formed as in, one man does his own stunts. The other man is a stunt man, you know? And
Okay,
it's like,
yes.
oh, that makes sense. Put them together. You know how Hollywood works.
Yeah.
They're both crazy at stunts. They've both broken tons of bones.
That's funny.
So
Now
let's write that.
Well, now I want to go home and watch that.
I tried watching some of it.
Was it bad?
Tried.
I just didn't finish it. I was like, all right, let's put something else on.
Can we
But
all be real for a second here?
yeah.
Netflix produces its own content.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a good movie that was a Netflix original? Has anything
Netflix-
ever been good?
Netflix kills in documentaries.
Yeah.
They kill in
I
crime
mean in
documentaries.
movies.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever seen a good movie?
I've never cared to watch a Netflix movie. You know what? I did like the Stephen King ones.
I didn't see those.
1944.
I didn't even know he did some for them.
Yeah. I did enjoy them. They aren't as. It's funny, like watching the Netflix Stephen King movies, and then watching like it.
Mm-hmm.
You see the difference in. Yeah, these should be handled by a movie production team.
Right.
But I did like them.
Okay.
Like a good movie production team knew where the story was, knew how to edit it, knew how to fucking make it right.
Because Netflix.
Wait, are
just-
you
The
talking about
Netflix-
it or the Netflix movie?
It.
Yeah.
The Netflix, it's like they stuck too much to the story, or they allowed a little too much of the story, and you're like, yeah, you can't. As much as you want to stay honest to the story, you do have to edit it for movies.
Mm-hmm.
You do have to edit for the big screen. It's like Straight Outta Compton. When people are like, they didn't highlight this badness, it's like, well, they couldn't. They had to
Yeah.
follow the movie storyline, not the real life storyline. Go find the real life storyline.
Uh-huh.
But in order for this to be a movie, it has to have a flow. It's Save the Cat. It has to have the Save the
Right.
Cat.
It's like the
thing.
Bohemian Rhapsody movie that was made, like the surviving members of Queen.
Yeah.
They didn't want to do it anymore because they found out it was going to be about Freddie Mercury and not about the whole band. It was more about Freddie Mercury. And that's what they were getting upset about.
Yeah.
That's when Sacha Baron Cohen was in.
Yeah, I
Movie
was
Fighter.
wondering. Now
Yeah.
they did make it.
They did
right?
make
Well,
it.
they
Yeah,
made
yeah.
the
The
movie.
trailer.
It
The
hasn't come
trailer's
out
out
yet, yeah.
The trailer's out. Yeah, I
But
think it
that's
comes out in
the
November.
thing. That's the problem. Like a lot of guys get this anger about, well, that movie's not true to life. Well, it can't be. It's a movie.
Yeah, it's a fucking
Yeah.
movie. You have to change it for.
You have to change it for a
tell a story.
consumption.
That's not what bothers me about some of the movies. It's just like the pure entertainment, like lack of entertainment, is what fucking bothers me.
Hey.
I mean, Netflix is just fucking throwing money around to whatever huge name they can get, signing deals. I mean, like they have this contract with Adam Sandler right now. Like at least once a fucking year, he drops a movie that goes right to Netflix, and they try to.
I did like Sandy Wexler.
Which one was that?
It's the one where he played like a Hollywood manager. That's the only one I saw.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that one.
It was good. It was just like typical Sandler. It was good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
I haven't seen.
He
typical
played a
Sandler
manager.
in
He's
any
like,
of
yeah,
those
you
movies.
know, I'm gonna help you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They keep making these huge movies, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna invest like so much money into make this huge blockbuster film, and it's not even gonna go to theaters. It's gonna go to Netflix only." And it's just like those movies are not good. Like I've never seen one like the Will Smith one.
Oh, I didn't see it. Bright.
I
didn't see it.
saw,
Right,
and
yeah.
I actually like because I actually like sci-fi and like
Yeah.
fantasy movies.
And
I
did you
actually
like it? You
I
did
did
Something
like
like
it?
it, man.
I like it, but it's not. I didn't love it. It was like, you know, those like background movies that you put on, you pay attention to while you're doing shit.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
that's what it's like. It's not horrible, but it was fun.
Netflix kills in crime dramas.
Yes, they do.
See, Netflix killed. The reason that I loved Netflix in the first place was because of documentaries.
Mm-hmm.
Because documentaries are what fucking got me in. But like, and they stopped showing some of my favorite ones, like An Audience of One. It was a documentary about this preacher who had a very small congregation, but convinced him that he needed to make a Hollywood movie because God came to him and told him that. And so they went through the process of raising the money so he can make this Hollywood movie. He actually ended up being able to afford 15 minutes of film to film it because he spent all the money. But it was an
He
amazing.
spent all the money on himself, like personal things.
Well, he went out to Italy to get this thing. He wanted to shoot it on a camera that made no sense to make in movies. Like he kept going on with, and then it ended with him saying, "Okay, God came to me and said we got to build an amusement park." So
Oh, man.
you know, so it was interesting. And then there was Overnight. You ever seen? God, it's not Reservoir Dogs. It's The Saints.
Boondock
Boondock
Saints.
Saints?
Boondock Saints. Yeah. It's okay. So it's the story of the writer-director.
Oh,
And-
Troy Duffy. Yeah.
Yeah, did you see Overnight?
When he got blacklisted? You talking
Yeah,
about
man.
That was a good documentary.
Dude,
I saw that one.
documentary was insane.
That
and
was really good.
when it was on, I told every comic, watch this
Why did he
documentary.
get blacklisted?
They also had a
Basically, man, he got a shot.
Yep, and he fucked it up, dude.
Hollywood let him come in, and he brought in such an attitude and stepped on so many toes and thought he was bigger than Hollywood. And Hollywood is like, you think you're bigger than us? Out.
Fuck you.
And he had to go and be a door guy at the bar that he bought.
Dude,
because-
like when he wrote that
he
script,
ruined it.
When he wrote that script, he was like he was like the hottest thing in Hollywood for a while. Everybody wanted.
He would
to
go
do
into
that movie.
meetings and overalls and fuck you guys. I do what the fuck I want. Like he was doing this in business meetings as a first time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Wow. And this is after he had success with that one movie.
It wasn't even filmed.
It wasn't filmed.
Oh,
He
it
just
hadn't
had
been
the
filmed
script.
yet.
He had the script, and because
He was going to meetings.
he knew one of like Harvey Weinstein's like assistants, and he got a hold of it, and it got that buzz around town, and he just fucked.
So
it
when
all
they
up.
finally filmed it, it went great. He still caused shit. And I think it was Weinstein who was like, oh, you think you're bigger than this? Guess what? You know that wide release you were going to have? Your movie's going to come out in only art houses and probably about only 200 of them. And and that is the power of stepping on the wrong, coming in like an asshole.
Yeah.
But
Because there's some bigger asshole out there who's like, oh, you think you're special? Okay, well, you're not.
but it's
Here
still a
goes
good
all your
movie.
fun. It's a great movie.
It's a great because
Well,
he ended up directing it.
It became a cult classic.
Yeah.
You know, and then he ended up writing the second one, which I think he was able to
gonna
handle.
get a lot
Did
of
you see
heat.
the second one? It was awful.
Oh, I know there's a second one. I know
But
this-
Overnight-
yeah. Did you see the second one?
I didn't see it.
You
it
didn't
was
see
it was awful. It was so awful.
But Overnight was a great example of getting an opportunity and fucking it all up on your own.
Yes, I was gonna say I was gonna get a lot of heat for this, not only from you guys but from anybody listening. I fucking think Boondock Saints is a horrible movie.
It was fine.
I thought it was good.
I think it's.
I think it was fun to watch. You know what?
Here's the thing: like, if I didn't hear anything about it and it was just on and I watched it, I would probably be like, "That was okay."
Yeah.
But because of like how huge it is and like the cult following that it has, it makes it even worse for me. I go like,
Well,
why?
Cults,
Like, I think
cults
it's
don't usually
horrible.
follow the best thing.
yeah, that's right.
All right.
It's
That's
usually
the thing.
'cause
When
it's so-
something's a cult following, doesn't mean it's the best.
Right.
Just means that there's this audience that's like, fuck you, just for it. You know?
And the weird
Yeah,
idea
yeah,
that they were
yeah.
trying to get like it just a certain audience just got it and they just went with it.
Just
That's why they're
enjoyed
called-
it.
yeah.
It's if like, okay, let's say fucking Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction was Pop Rocks. Well, this was Pop Rocks on top of Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
Still crazy sugar. But
I mean, it's
you can
no
only have
secret-
you can only have so much Pop Rock Sour
Yeah.
Patch Kids where you're like, I can't fucking handle this anymore.
It's no secret that I already like don't agree with like what a lot of people think is a good movie. I mean, we talk about it on here.
Which one?
Sometimes, but like Boondock Saints, I think is an awful movie, and
I think it was fine.
and I think that
I go for movies like
and
Life
Kevin knows this. Sorry, you know what my most least favorite movie of all
What?
time is?
Which one?
Fight Club.
Okay, I can
I
see
think it's
that.
the worst movie on the planet.
I want to know why.
You want to know why?
Yeah.
I just don't like it. I don't understand. I mean, I don't. I think it's awful.
You know what? I'll say this.
It goes nowhere.
It's kind of like American Psycho,
I like American Psycho.
but in the sense of these were
I love
not.
American Psycho. It's okay.
I know, but these were novels that, or even High Fidelity. When you read the book High Fidelity, you see how much more of the story should have been told, but they can't do that in movie form, right? So with
I'm not going to
something.
accept that as an excuse for.
No.
like, a fucking
With
bad
something
movie.
like Fight Club, I think the mainstream audience loved the whole. He was that the whole time, right?
Yeah,
you know,
right.
It's those twists.
Yeah, the film nerds loved. They had a Starbucks cup in every scene, and this was actually 4 different personalities of himself they was talking to, right? They love all the theories, but it's something that I have never put on again after I saw it once.
You've only seen it once.
Only saw it once.
Yeah, I've only saw it once.
But
I've seen it a couple times.
adaptation, I've seen over and over and over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain movies like, no, this one I fucking love. You know,
you'll have
Truman
movies
Show
like that.
over and over and
yeah.
over and over
Yes.
and over
That's
again.
a great
I
one.
fucking love Truman Show,
Yeah.
and that's like another one that like I don't think it's that popular.
No,
I don't
Well,
think that's one that people would. You'll never hear someone
You
say
wanna
my
know,
favorite movie.
but
is.
it's not popular because
People were expecting this.
they were expecting
Jim
Adams.
Carrey, you know?
Yeah, they were expecting Ace Ventura.
Yeah,
Then that's
it is
the
a
problem.
little bit of a weird style. That movie. It's, it's somewhat of like a dark comedy.
It was made before its time because it would make total sense right now.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Like the
Look,
whole
man.
concept of
Fuck,
that
I
movie.
feel like watching
Okay,
it right now.
so
That is such a
So,
good movie. That's such a
Ace
good, I would
Ventura-
watch that over and over again.
Ace Ventura is Big Papa. All right. Dumb and Dumber is Juicy. All right. The Mask is Hypnotized. Okay. Truman Show is I Got a Story to Tell. You know. Let's see. Give me another Jim Carrey movie, and I'll
The
give it.
Majestic.
The Majestic.
Oh
The
yeah.
Majestic is it's not even 10 Crack Commandments. The Majestic is fuck
This
man.
conversation right now.
Everyday Struggle.
Liar, liar.
Liar, liar. That would probably be is Bonin Biggie. That's Liar, liar.
Okay.
Right? You can't help but like it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
I actually like The Majestic. I know it's like not a great quality.
Hey, I like
film.
Everyday Struggle.
Uh-huh.
I'm saying these are all still great films in their own sense. Just like Biggie had tons of songs that were great, but not everybody knows all the deeper tracks. Not everybody knows the other cuts.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, and
Truman Show and like The Cable Guy are very different
Cable Guy.
type of
Cable
movies.
Guy is
They're not the same style, but they're each its own style.
Suicidal Thoughts is Cable Guy. Because it's very hard to Suicidal Thoughts is hard to listen to, but it was part of who he was.
I really like Cable Guy. Like when it
really
first
like
came
Cable
out,
Guy.
it was a
I
weird,
liked it too.
It was a weird movie.
Yeah.
I liked it
But
too.
I like it because like the whole thing was about his like social awkwardness, social behavior, and it became like a psychotic type of thing.
I'll never forget when I was a teenager, I walked into a Blockbuster video and I rented Cable Guy.
Yeah.
And when I was checking it out, the cashier was like, "You're renting Cable Guy?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You've never seen it before?" And I'm like, "No, I have. Like, I want to watch it again." You know.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Bro, I was there when it came out in theaters," and he goes, "And everyone walked out of the theater."
Because they wanted Ace
wanted Jim
Ventura.
Carrey.
They wanted Dumb and Dumber, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, do you want my fucking money or not, dude?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
You know what? I'll
You're going out
say
of business.
I'll
and I'm
say
from the future.
I'll change Dumb and Dumber to Kick in the Door. Kick in the door, wave in the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. It's like, fuck.
there's certain-
Like that encapsulated what Biggie really was, and I think Dumb and Dumber encapsulated what fucking Jim Carrey
Yeah.
was. You can't. That movie is like, yo, this guy, you can't top him. We landed on the moon.
Uh-huh.
Like
So funny.
fucking ad lib.
It's so good.
Ad lib off of something somebody put up in the set.
Uh-huh.
That's so funny.
It's so fucking funny.
You know?
I hear you
hey,
go,
hey,
man, but like
hey,
just,
big gulps, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. And it's funny because you know those two were extras. Just hired to
Yes.
stand
Yeah.
outside. Here comes Jim, being Jim. Hey, big gulps, huh? They can't speak to him. All right. And he
Well,
fucking
I love it because you watch that movie and it just feels like they wrote it, but they improv'd everything because they were just having so
They
much
improv'd
fun
a
on
lot.
set. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Yeah, they did. It's fucking
Yeah.
it's fucking great, dude. But yeah, I don't know. I just like Fight Club. It just bothers me like that people love it so much, and I just think it's so
That's
terrible.
what it is. Because when you hate a movie, you never give a good explanation why. It's just like you don't even know why you hate. You just hate it.
I don't even need to have an explanation why. I'm going on
I
pure
think-
entertainment. It was a bad story. It wasn't entertaining to watch. It was too fucking long. It went nowhere really quick. It moves really slow.
It definitely did not follow the typical movie structure, which is what when you take a novel like that, when you take a book like that and
Hey, I'm
try
all
to
in.
make it a movie, it doesn't
I'm
follow
all
it.
in if you want to take a novel and make
I
it a
will say
movie.
this.
I'm all in if you want to go with a different movie structure. If it's entertaining,
Yeah.
I'm into it. I'll sit there and I'll fucking try.
Yeah,
to get, I'm pissed because I was invested.
Because
I
you
want-
wanted, dude. That's why I don't.
was really into
don't
it
listen
for the
to people.
first few.
That,
like,
that's
fucking,
the thing.
Like
Is
maybe
that
45 minutes, I was into it.
when you listen to somebody's I don't listen to people's overhype. I don't listen to somebody say this is this
I
and
watched
that.
it fucking 20 years after it came out.
Because a buddy of mine did that to me with Donnie Darko. Like, I tried to watch Donnie Darko, and he sat next to me and explained to me how great each scene was that I was watching.
That's bad.
And
yeah,
it's like,
I hate when
dude, you
someone does
ruined
that.
this movie for me. I don't ever want to see it. I don't care how great it was in your mind. I'm so pissed that you did it. You know?
Yeah, totally.
And that's the problem, is that never listen to the overhype, because people don't know how to just say, yeah, it's fun. They have to, no, it's phenomenal. It's one of the best things ever. Brad Pitt, dope as fuck in that movie. I respect Brad Pitt's acting in that movie. I always like Ed Norton. I think Ed Norton
Norton's
is
great. He's such a great actor. I like Ed Norton a lot.
And teaming them up is great, and
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf, I was fine with. That was interesting to see. Every now and then you'll get that thrown in there, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing,
all
though.
right.
His name was Robert Paulson.
Meatloaf is Puff Daddy's verse on Victory. All right, where you're just like, all right, okay, I'll let that pass. All right, sure, man, why not?
And give him tits.
But here's the thing, I want to hear Biggie.
Yeah.
It took me so long to watch Fight Club.
Yeah.
Even though it's such a popular movie.
Yeah.
Because I don't really like Brad Pitt. Like, I don't really watch movies that he's in. I've never watched a Brad Pitt movie and been blown away in my entire life, including this one.
What about Inglourious Basterds?
I really like the movie.
Yeah.
If anyone else played his character, it wouldn't have made a difference to me. I think the movie is just good.
Yeah.
I'm not sold on Brad Pitt. I don't think he's ever really done anything that was that fantastic. I think he's the same actor in every
The fact that
movie.
I can say
12 Monkeys.
like as many movies as he's done and just say those few I've really enjoyed, you're right. He doesn't strike you as a phenomenal actor, but he is in a position to lead these movies. A phenomenal actor is when you see Leo DiCaprio in What's Eating Gilbert Grape. And then that's like,
and that's the same guy from Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah,
the same guy from
Wolf of
fucking,
Wall. Then you're like, no, this guy is a phenomenal
when you see so many
actor.
different, every movie is a different range.
Yes,
with Leonardo DiCaprio, with Johnny Depp for a little while, and then after
Johnny was just good at being weird.
Yeah.
Well, have you ever seen? Well, first of all, What's Eating Gilbert Grape, Johnny Depp, and then look at any other weird movie he did, and then look at At a Time. You ever see At a Time?
Nick of Time?
Oh, yeah,
Nick of Time.
Nick of Time.
It's been a bit.
It's been a bit, but he was a completely different character. He just played a dad who was trying to get his daughter back. Completely different.
I thought he did good in Black Mass.
He did do good in Black Mass, but then all of a sudden,
I
like
didn't see
after,
that
like Pirates of the Caribbean, and then like everything after it, he was Jack Sparrow.
Yeah,
dude,
everything after he was being weird and quirky with
after
Willy
you
Wonka and
after
all
you
that
do
shit.
Tim Burton.
After you do I Love the Way You Lie, it's hard to not get away from that. You gotta do Monster. It's fucking hard.
Yeah.
And I think with Johnny, it's plus he's older, man.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, what do you want me to do? All right, I'll do
Brad
Johnny
Pitt
Depp
is
again.
like-
Okay,
gotta
we're
get
good.
going?
Nah, we're fine.
No, I was just doing
Okay.
it. I was just
You
doing
letting
it.
us
I
know.
was just letting you know.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah.
You see how I can relate it all?
but with a guy like
I
love it.
constantly
That's
think of
funny.
this shit, man.
You should. That should be just like a blog right there. You should just post all that for Biggie. Compare everything to Biggie.
Oh, I can't.
Give me a movie.
Give me a movie. I'll tell you what Biggie song
That's
it
your
is.
new like when you go live on Facebook.
Give me a movie.
Give me a movie. I'll
This is
compare
what
it to a
song
Biggie
it's like.
album.
Well, dude, I constantly enjoy. I do really love looking into things that I love and being like, okay, what did this make me feel? I remember I wrote a blog a long time ago about Kill Bill 1 and 2.
Okay.
And I was like, Kill Bill 1 is, and I compared it to Dr. Dre's The Chronic.
Okay.
I was like, it was gangsta. It was what you expected from Dre. It was just hits and beat. Or no, I said Chronic 2000. It was just, boom, this is what I expect from Dre. This is exactly what I wanted, blah, blah, blah. And then I said the other one is what Tarantino really is, which I couldn't explain it with Dre because I never heard the aftermath.
Yeah.
But it's like that's how I would explain to people. And in the blog, I was like, yeah, Kill Bill 1 is a fucking decked out lowrider. Like, yo, this is what I expect a good car to supposedly look like. Kill Bill 2 is that classy fucking the seats hug you car. You know, like, yo, this is a car. You know? And
I really like both those volumes.
I loved them both. But I really think the first one is what people thought Quentin Tarantino movies were. And the second one was they actually are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he did that. Like,
So,
he's like,
sometimes
okay, here's
with continuations, they have to they're just more like trying to finish the story.
Yeah, no, this was two separate feels. You know, and if you really understand that, then you get it. You're like, oh.
Got you.
Although I didn't like the Inglorious Eight or whatever.
Glorious Bastards?
No, the
Hateful Eight?
The Hateful Eight.
I haven't
Hateful
even
Eight.
seen that.
I
hadn't finished it.
I started
One
it too.
day.
I turned it off after 20 or I just fell asleep after 20 minutes and then I just didn't try it again.
Hateful Eight is the track at the end of the first disc of Life After Death where it's just the interview.
You didn't like it that much?
Huh?
You didn't like it that much with what you saw
I just
so
didn't
far?
get through it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just like, it's all right. Because to me, it was like, I mean, I guess that it was a lot of silent moments and grimacing over actual stuff happening.
It was the filler movie.
It was a story.
It was the filler movie in the
mixed
album.
Up with the other one. There's another. I get that movie mixed up with the other one that came out around the same time. It was like
The Magnificent Seven.
Magnificent Seven.
Yeah.
What movie was that? Isn't
That was a
like Samuel
remake. That was a
Jackson or
remake
something?
of the Yul Brynner movie.
Right.
In the 60s.
Anybody see that? I don't know.
Yeah, I saw. I actually liked it. I thought it was pretty decent.
Dude, one time, Jen, my wife Jen, one of her like favorite movies on the planet is Meet Joe Black.
Okay.
And I had never seen it because I'm not the biggest Brad Pitt fan. Anything with Brad Pitt, it never occurs to me to see it, no matter how much people praise him or praise the movies. So she's like, no, it's one of my favorite movies. You got to watch it. And I'm like, okay. Sometimes we have very similar opinions. So I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. And I had to turn it off. I had to turn that movie off. I don't know. Sometimes like the mood you're in has a lot to do with it too.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready to take. I didn't have the patience to deal with it.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was pretty fucking stupid.
I don't remember it that well, man.
I don't remember that well either.
Is that where he was death?
No,
he was dead. He is death.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you said deaf.
No.
He's death coming to take Anthony Hopkins.
Yes.
But he decides to stay there for like.
Oh
a week.
it's silly.
It's fucking silly, man.
But Anthony Hopkins, The
Anthony
Edge.
Hopkins is great.
Yeah.
Oh, The Edge.
The Edge was a good movie.
Have you never seen The Edge?
With him and Alec Baldwin, and he's a millionaire.
Nick, you have
and
a fucking
and they went flying up in the wilderness, and their plane crashed.
No.
Nick,
they're
if I talk to you
they're
next
being-
week and you haven't seen The Edge,
Oh, well, don't overhype it.
that's
for him.
very true. It's not
Is it on
that
Netflix?
amazing.
It's good. I don't think it's on Netflix. But it's definitely worth watching.
It's
fun.
a good movie.
It's him and Alec Baldwin being chased by a grizzly bear.
Okay.
And they
I
hate
take
each
it back.
other.
It's not so. Because that's gonna ruin it for you.
Yeah.
It's just a very good movie, and I watched it as a kid with like my dad and stuff.
Have you seen
and it
Life
was
is
awesome.
Beautiful?
No.
Ah, you motherfucker.
With who?
With Roberto Benigni.
No.
It's an Italian film. About the
Oh
Holocaust.
yes, I know what that is.
You want to
obviously.
cry? You watch that.
Yeah, no, I was too young when that came out, and my parents.
Oh,
were
I
all,
loved it.
My parents are all into it. And I was just like, I don't. have
Oh, it's so
patience for
great.
I haven't seen it.
this.
It's,
Isn't it like all in Italian?
It's all in Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I like foreign films. I can.
Yeah.
I
I
can
bet
watch
you
it.
fucking do.
I don't even mind watching
It's.
the.
I'll just tell you the synopsis.
To me,
of
Fight
it.
Club is a foreign film.
I'll tell you the synopsis
It's a
of
different
it.
language
Yeah, I
to
guess
me.
so. Life is Beautiful is about a father and a son that go to a concentration camp, and he makes it his duty to make his son think it's all a game.
Oh wow.
Like everything that's happening is they're at camp.
Yeah.
So it kind of gets you in the heartstrings at the end, man.
What year was this movie made?
1996.
That sounds about
96.
right.
It sounds
Yeah,
familiar
and
now.
he won whatever
Oscar?
the actor, an Oscar for it. And
I
but I
was-
was in love with Roberto Benigni before that.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's an Italian Jim Carrey.
Do you watch them with the subtitles?
You have to.
It
It's in
has-
Italian.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just asking. If you prefer to watch it with subtitles.
I'm
'cause
fine with that. Yeah, I have no
it's-
clue.
Yeah, I don't
I have
mind
no
subtitles,
bother
but
with it.
sometimes I like watching it without it and just watching it and listening to and trying to figure out what's happening.
Yeah.
I was 8 years old.
I can see that.
I was 8 years old when that movie came out.
Yeah, man.
I remember my grandparents were all like really into that actor because he was, an Italian actor, and I remember when that movie came out, it was so huge, and my parents were really into it.
It's like
my dad speaks fluent Italian,
it's
so
two
he doesn't
separate
even need
movies
fucking
in a
subtitles.
weird way, man. And it is a long movie, but that's because foreign films don't mind exploring completely a story, and then also explore. They don't just here's what you need to know about this character. Now go into the action.
Yeah, not a typical
here's a whole
structure.
story about his life, and here's the whole story about his end.
How old were you in 1996?
Probably about 14.
About 14.
Yeah, man. Dude, I was discovering Hypnotize, Roberto Benigni.
Body's going through all kinds of changes.
Yeah, I was exploring all kinds of shit, bro. I was probably I was
born?
probably a year away from eating pussy for the first time. Dog, all this was happening in this moment of my life.
This girl's pussy is like, and then he gives like a Biggie song.
Her pussy. Let me see. Let me think. I'll tell you what kind of, because it would have to be it would probably be like Big Papa, or the Biggie song that you have to play to introduce somebody to Biggie. You know what I'm saying?
You know who else is an actor for me that I feel is really overrated, and I really don't like movies with him?
Who?
George Clooney.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I hear you on
Yeah.
What
that.
about Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Bro, I won't even watch that movie.
Why?
You couldn't even pay me to watch that movie.
It's such a good movie.
A big reason why is
You want-
because George Clooney is the star.
You want to know why
don't
I
feel-
saw it?
why?
Okay, let me tell you why I
Okay.
saw it. I used to work in a movie theater, and that movie was out. If you see the poster, you don't see the faces of the actors on it. I had no clue what the fuck this movie was.
Okay.
All right? So I was like, oh, brother, where art thou? Well, and I told my buddy, it was a Monday night, my friend, I was like, well, let's just go see it. Completely saw it without knowing anything about it and loved it.
That's awesome.
That's
I liked
probably why
it.
you loved it.
I really didn't even know.
Like, it was one of those things I saw once, and I didn't think it was bad. I liked it. I thought it was good.
Yeah, but I didn't even know. I had no clue what the fuck I was going to see.
It's gonna take a lot.
And I think
to
I'm
make me
happy
watch
that
movie.
I'm happy that that's how I saw it. Was
Yeah.
completely out of nowhere.
Now, after that, did you watch the trailer and judge the trailer?
No. I think I actually convinced people to go watch. I bought the soundtrack.
Yeah. Did you see the music video he did for that?
No,
He was
no,
actually
no.
singing it. It was
Yeah.
it was-
Anything beyond that, I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed that soundtrack, and I lived just knowing that it was a great time. You know, because I
think
used to
if-
love that. Just try out a fucking movie.
Yeah.
If you, if George Clooney like showed up today, and we didn't already know who he was in today's world, I don't think that he would be famous in a billion years.
No.
I don't think he has any talent at all. I don't think that he can somewhat act.
He kind of falls into the category of movie star, like sex symbol for like
His
older
sex
women.
symbol and his name is bigger than he is. I feel like, and the
They're-
only reason
they're-
why he's lead in movies
Yeah.
is because at the time he got into some stuff, and because he was a good looking guy, and
Yeah.
and it became like a cliche. George Clooney, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Sexiest man in
man,
the world,
I know.
alive.
That's the
80s,
machine, bro.
90s,
That-
and then ER.
But it's not just
But
like, it's like their personality.
But
they
hold
have
on a
is-
second. But in no means is he capable, or should he be leading any
Okay,
movie?
but you could say that about almost any other star. You
Say
could say
what?
that about
That they
Seinfeld.
couldn't make it today?
You could say that about.
Seinfeld would not
You
be a
could
famous
say that.
comedian
You could
today
say that about Martin
if he
Lawrence.
started today.
You could say that.
Yeah.
You could say it about Jim Carrey.
Yeah, because it's the same thing that they're doing. They're
You
just
know,
it's just their
so-
personality in another movie.
You're
I
right.
don't think that's true about Jim Carrey.
I think it would have been tough.
If you took Jim Carrey today and he started today, then no, he wouldn't make it. But if you took
Yeah.
Jim Carrey then and he started today, he would still make it. If you took George Clooney then and started today, he wouldn't make it. Same with Brad Pitt, same with Tom Cruise. Like, they wouldn't make it.
they would be sex symbols. They'd be just
There's
they'd just
20
be like any
million
other
people that are better looking than them today, and more people know about them because of their Instagram, and they fucking got 6-packs, and they're fucking working out, and they have 20 million
But that
followers.
doesn't
and shit
make
like
you
that.
working out and having six
No, it
packs doesn't
doesn't.
make you a movie star.
It doesn't, but you know what? Fucking George Clooney ain't a movie star in my book either. I don't think that he is.
Well, I gotcha.
Like, I don't think that he can lead a movie. Like, if he's a lead in a movie, I'm out. I'm
Yeah.
out. Like that would be a movie that
You don't like him as leads in the movies, but he can lead a movie. They've made so many of them with him.
they have
He
made so
can
many of
lead
them.
a
Have they been good? I don't think so.
Yes, they
and most of
have.
them I won't even watch.
Okay.
I think
I
Batman
think-
was a fucking horrible.
Yeah.
With him as Batman.
Well, that was
You can't really judge that.
Joel Schumacher.
And you know
That
what I
was
didn't
Joel
mind him in?
Schumacher saying it's a comic book movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it look like a comic book movie, whereas Christopher Nolan was like,
Yeah.
"This is a deeper story."
That's night and day. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I didn't mind George Clooney in is Gravity. I didn't mind him in that.
Damn, I
but
haven't
then
seen
again,
Gravity.
like it's such a great movie.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Dusk Till Dawn.
Come on, man. Vampires.
I've never seen it.
From Dusk Till Dawn is the reason that he became that.
Who
the
he
reason
is?
he went from soap opera star to movie
Yeah.
star. It took.
Well, was
yeah,
that before or after Batman?
It was before.
It must
Was
have
it
been.
before
Yeah.
Batman?
Yeah, that was like 92. No, or 93, something like that. His Batman was like 97, 98.
Okay.
So it was that. Okay, so look at it this way. He was already a sex symbol to a certain generation of people. From Dusk Till Dawn made him a cult hero because that's a cult movie, which is kind of what Tarantino did for Travolta. They made them cult heroes. You know, like, oh, did you see this movie is in? So it's almost like these guys who appreciated this talent from somewhere else said, I'm going to make you something that you don't even know you are. Fucking Bruce Willis in Die Hard.
Yeah.
They all thought he was just a sitcom actor.
Yeah.
There's no way this guy could be an action hero. Someone's
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah, he can. Michael Keaton.
Oh yeah.
Tim Burton was like, I'm making this dude Batman.
Mr.
Yeah.
Mom, Mr. Nanny. What was it that
Yeah.
he did right before that?
So it's a weird
Yeah.
sense of like,
The Dream
it's
Team.
almost like the way that these guys became A-listers is this weirdness of going through this cultdom.
Yeah.
You know, they had to go through this nerdiness, and the nerds lifted them up into A-lister
get that.
status.
Sometimes I buy it.
Can we
You
take
know,
a
and then
second?
this is what the industry said. See, the industry doesn't look at the nerds. Now they do, but they didn't look at the nerds as an audience. They just looked at the numbers. They're like, how much you make this movie for? This much? And how much did it get? That much? Well, all of them are worth that. Yeah. And it's something that I put into a blog actually the other day. Is like, okay, let's take Chronic, for example, the album The Chronic. Lots of feature artists on there. Chronic went multi-platinum, right? Some of those artists were maybe on one or two tracks, but they all got multi-platinum certificates just because they were on there. And sometimes that's the way it works.
Yeah.
There's dudes that are walking around
Sometimes
that got a
it
lot
is.
of money in their pocket because they just happen to be on the same soundtrack that Gangster's Paradise was on.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Can we just take a second and talk about the Dream Team? Because you just like set off a bomb in my brain.
The
It's
Dream
like
Team?
complete-
Oh,
I
for-
I fucking
completely
love the
fucking
Dream
forgot
Team.
I
about
remember
that.
that one, man. That was a good one.
As soon as
That's a
you
good
said
one.
that, I automatically saw them all walking down the street with the refrigerator box because
Oh,
they
yeah,
were all
yeah.
like naked or something.
like that one, man.
Dude, that was a
It's
that was
so
a good movie.
And it's a comedy, but then how do you not see Michael Keaton as being serious? Because he was like a psychopath, like violent.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Yeah.
was his sickness, that he was like violent.
Yeah, well, they that's the thing is that, and that's the beauty of looking at those guys' careers is that people were saying they can't do it. They can't. If you look like at Robert Downey Jr., fucking career was in the toilet.
Yeah.
And that's why we started with Juicy today.
And that's why he started with Juicy. It was,
It was
all
all
a
a
dream.
dream.
I used to read Word Up magazine.
Salt,
Pepper, and Heavy D up in the limousine.
All right, let me read my
Exactly,
shout outs.
man.
We got to get Nick Guerra
I got
the fuck
you.
out of
I
here.
got you,
man.
Nick.
Let me read my shout
It
outs.
was a good song for
Yeah,
this
oh, yeah.
conversation.
And then I'm going to talk to my man Nick for a second. And then
Yeah,
he's,
brother,
and then
yeah,
he's
yeah,
got to go. Some Instagram shout outs. I want to give a shout out to Dead Jester.
Thanks, Dead Jester.
My man Maticus Abshire, what's up, buddy? How you doing? I want to give a shout out to my good friend Cody Lowe, Brendan's Pub Chicago.
Brendan
Lower-
from Chicago.
Yeah, that's the Instagram
Chicago
handle.
listeners now.
Yeah,
Awesome.
dude. Lower B Chicago, another Chicago listener. New School Genius, Charles Arden, and Glowpunk. Those are my shout outs for the fucking episode here today.
Thanks
Nick,
for listening, you guys.
what's going on stand-up wise?
Stand-up wise?
What's happening?
Not much, man.
Talk to me.
Trying to figure it out, dude. We're in a very different terrain with stand-up right now.
Yeah.
And, right now, I think the clubs are tiring of the artists that are coming in and filling up clubs but not refilling them again. So I think the clubs have gotten their big checks out of these guys and are slowly realizing, oh, these guys actually do a little bit more harm than help. So hopefully it'll go back to where they start developing stand-up talent. But for the past how many years, we've had to sit back and let the quick checks go through. You know what I'm saying?
It hasn't been that many years.
Yeah, and
It's been
that's,
a couple of years,
and that's just what we're dealing with right now. Is there's a lot of quick checks, and we've talked I could talk comedy for hours, bro. And we've talked about the math of all of it. There's 52 weeks in a year. Mm-hmm. Most clubs work a headliner twice, so there's 26 weeks of work, right? Yeah. Then there's the special events. They take about 5 of those weeks. So then you start breaking it down, and there's really only 4 weeks for new talent to be discovered. And often those are holiday weekends. That's July 4th, Memorial Day weekend, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Yeah. Right? So 1,000 new guys are fighting for those 4 weeks. Mm-hmm. And it's tough because you need clubs that don't care about the check. They care about the respect to hire you. And a lot of clubs that hire me care about the respect. They know I'm a good act. Yeah. And they are willing to open their doors to me when they have the chance. Mm-hmm. But nobody's selling me to them. Yeah. Yeah,
totally. I get it.
And so that's just where it's at right now. Luckily, I'm able to stay afloat. Luckily, I'm working on other things. Yeah. And I'm also, you know what, man, I'm taking this time to talk to comics, mentor them, show them, tell them, like, look, this is how it is getting into the system, this and this and that. Because in my head, it's like, I got to where I could. If any of this info that I can give you helps you in any way, then God bless you. I hope you have fun. Maybe you'll remember me. Not asking for that. Yeah. But it's like, take whatever I know and take it to the next step. And whether that comes back or not, I don't care. This knowledge, it does me no good because I can't grow off of my own knowledge. I have to discover more. And so comedy-wise, we're doing fine.
You just got to stay afloat, man. I know.
It's a lot of that, man. And it's been like that forever. I've always said,
me, bro, I fucking try as hard as I can.
It's a lot of breaking even, But if you do what you're doing great. Augustino, you're doing fucking great, bro. All right? I've known you since you fucking started. And, hold on. I needed a second because I almost got teary-eyed.
Oh, no, that's all right. That's all right.
It's okay. We're all about tears here, man.
Yeah, man. Dude, you've done... Can I just walk out?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely, man. Take your time, bro.
So, what are you doing? You got shows tonight?
No, man. I'm gonna take it easy tonight.
Yeah.
I gotta I've been working all week, bunch of podcasts, emails, trying to fucking write and get shit together. Got a few gigs coming up. Just sent out the emails trying to book up July now. And, yeah.
July.
That's pretty much fucking it.
All right.
Nick's fucking...
I just had my suicidal thought.
Nah, it's all right.
But it's all good, man.
I just had my stand.
It's all right, man. No, you're fucking right, bro. It's so weird when you think about...
The whole thing I want to say, dude, is you're succeeding, bro. Just fucking keep doing it.
Yeah.
Keep going.
You're doing great.
You think so?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't feel like that.
I really hope that if you ever were upset with me.
Why would I be upset with you?
I know, but if you ever...
Yeah.
You're a great talent.
Thanks, man.
Okay.
I mean...
Just know that, man.
I appreciate you saying that.
The shit that you've done is inspiring. And I hope you keep it up.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you saying that. Because it's easy for me to fall into like a place where you feel like there's, so many other fucking people out there that are better than you.
It is, and at the
man,
end, you
it's
just
tough,
gotta keep
bro.
going, you know.
Constant reminder, or just people just fucking.
It's tough, but you're a good soul, dude.
Yeah, thank
Your
you, man.
family's great.
Thank
You're
you.
like my favorite person in Los Angeles, like since I moved here 10 years. You're like my best friend.
You always helped, and you always gave us spots when
Yeah,
you didn't have to.
I mean, you guys are my friends. I didn't.
I know, but I don't know if people tell you enough.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you saying that. There's I mean,
And I'm happy that Joey has shown you love.
oh yeah, for sure.
You know, because you needed that, man. And I remember when you were coming to me asking me how to get on the road.
Yeah.
And there was a time when people do that, when they ask you how do you get on the road, and you don't have a solid answer, you feel worthless.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm happy that somebody found you.
There is no solid answer.
There is no solid
There's
answer.
like what you know, and you can try to guide someone in the right direction.
Yeah. And I've had people hold it against me. And
Really?
yeah, man, that's what I'm seeing, is that I'm seeing a lot of people hold against me that I couldn't help them, you know? And
Why would they hold that
that's
against
a
you?
them problem, man. Yeah, I mean, you do what you
but
can,
it's
dude.
been tough. It's been
Yeah.
tough, man. You know, because the
course.
truth is you try. And
Yeah.
Let me tell you something,
and when
man.
I see somebody like Agostino who kept at it, and somebody fell in love with him, somebody with the power to take him out, it's a beautiful thing.
It's great, dude. I mean, I appreciate every little ounce of anything that I get in this, because we all know it's just fucking
I might
constant
have to go.
hard work. That's all right. That's cool, man. No, but I before you go, I do want to tell you this, because you mentioned that you appreciate the spots I used to give you back in the day and stuff like that, because I worked at a comedy club and eventually became in the position where I can give people spots and stuff like that. And you said that you appreciate it because you didn't think I had to.
Yeah.
It's not even about like had to. Just so you know, and from the point of view that I was in, is that fucking comedy clubs need you too, bro.
Yeah,
I wasn't
no, they
booking you
do.
because I thought like Nick needs it so bad and I want to give it to him, or I wasn't booking my friends because I thought I want to give it to him so bad. I was fucking.
You saw talent and you wanted to make sure that they got seen.
He was talented, and I needed talent on the stage.
Yeah.
When your doors are open, you need to produce content. And there was so many times where I fucking needed a comic, and I would call Nick, even though he wasn't even booked, and he'd show up the day of, or like even an hour before. Yeah, dude, I'll come down and do a fucking few minutes. So I wasn't helping you out. You're helping me out. I helped you
well,
out. And you're just a good talent,
it's a
bro.
two-way
You're a good
street,
talent,
man.
too.
It's
I
a
appreciate
two-way
you.
street, you know. And,
Bro, we can just turn the microphone off and just fucking
no,
talk
I
if
gotta
you
get
want.
going. I got a spot.
You do have to go. You have a spot. You got a spot.
I had a spot. I told him I'd be there.
I appreciate everything
Oh,
that
they
you
got
said.
me on
That you
that.
said, man. I feel down sometimes, and,
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's,
yeah.
some-
Don't, man. You did it.
sometimes it's
You
just
proved-
good to.
You proved a lot of people wrong.
Thanks, man. And
And,
and so did you, and you continue, and you will continue
I'm
to,
trying.
and I will continue to. And then right now
There's
we'll
no
look
trying.
back.
You're doing, man. You're just
Dude,
doing
Dude,
it,
at one
dude.
point we're
You're
gonna look
doing.
back at everything that we're doing right now, even though that we're proving people wrong now. At one point we'll look back at this time and think we thought we were proving them wrong then.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like sometimes it's
gonna
like
be,
you
it's gonna
gotta.
be our victory.
You just say no. You just a lot of times, like a lot of people don't do this. You have to sit down and think about those little milestones that you went through, like those cool things that you've done that nobody else can say that they've done.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that you look back and you see, I'm like, holy shit! I fucking played this club this night. I opened up for this person. I did this. All those little things, man. That's something. No matter how many times you hear the word no, you're always gonna have a yes.
Yeah.
With you. You know what I mean?
And well, I'll just leave you guys with this, is because I was actually just talking to a buddy of mine today on the phone. You know, he's not a comic, but he's a script writer, and he works in the movies for like location stuff right now.
Yeah.
And he wanted to. He just got offered like a position, but he was like afraid, like if he takes this position as a location manager, like he's gonna get promoted. He's like, am I abandoning my script writing, which is my dream? I was talking
You
to him
can
today.
still do that.
And I was
Yeah.
like, bro, you don't ever have to stop writing.
No,
you don't
man.
ever
That's the
fucking have to
beauty
stop
of
writing.
it.
I'm like, if you wanted to be a writer because you wanted to make so much money, and I'm like, then that's not really your passion.
No,
If I didn't get
you're a
paid
writer,
for this,
you wanna
and
write.
we don't get paid for this
No.
very often, we'll always be fucking stand-up comics.
Yeah.
So like, despite like whether we're making it or we're proving people wrong or we are where we think we are, whatever the fuck that you want to think, I have fucking fun podcasting. You know, I have a couple of sponsors, which I want to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get paid like fucking anything from them because I'm trying to push people to actually use them. I don't get paid to do this fucking podcast. I like hanging out with Kevin. He's one of my best fucking friends, and I like having my good friends on as guests and talking about comedy, talking about movies, music.
Fuck yeah.
What else is better on the planet?
Yeah.
And fucking doing stand-up, it's like your passion, or if your passion's writing and you fucking love it, like who's to say if someone's doing better than you? Who's better than you? You're fucking hanging out with your buddies talking about what you love.
That's a them problem, bro. That's a them problem. That ain't a you problem. That's a them problem.
Sometimes we get weighed down by their problems, but you shouldn't let it.
Well, their problem is me. Because we're fucking here.
All right.
All right, you guys.
All right, man. Well,
this is great.
We'll get out of here.
Sorry.
Dude, you're fine. You're perfect.
No, because that was some of the realest shit that happens. Sometimes we
Exactly.
need that. We need to know that stuff. I mean,
That's what I wanted.
It's fucking, it's emotional doing this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Especially just, you know, being 3,000 miles away from my family, coming out here to do this shit.
Bro, I
to
wanted
make
to
movies and do
lose
this,
it.
you know?
I wanted to lose it when I watched Fight Club the first time. All right, man, you got to go catch your spot. Go ahead and hit stop on that.
All right.
Thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Nick, for coming by.
No problem.
Thanks, buddy.
Eat sardines for dinner. Peace to Ron G, Brucey B, Kid Capri, Funk Master Flex, Love Bug, Star Schemes.
That was the episode, you guys. I hope that you guys liked it. You got something out of it. I want to thank my co-host Kevin Lyons for coming by and always being there to help me co-host this show. I want to thank Nick Guerra for coming by and being a guest, and thank him for opening up for me. Listen, I know where he's coming from. It may be hard for me to show it, but I go through times like that too. And you know what? Listen, like Nick and I have known each other a long time. We both have seen each other go through some ups and downs, and I've seen him like kind of, doing really, really well, getting signed with Levity, going to Montreal, getting a couple of little stand-up spots on Comedy Central. I've seen him do really well. And then, like sometimes you'll be doing really good and then you fall and you got to keep working and keep going. He's seen me doing pretty poorly. Not just as like, I don't mean like talent wise. I mean like, sometimes we've always really respected each other as comics and been good friends, but he's seen me, doing well as a comic, but at the same time struggling, being stuck in the same place and not really pushing towards my career and kind of wasting a talent. And probably one of the many people that would tell me like, hey man, you got to get out there and showcase yourself and just focus on your career rather than like running a comedy club. So I know that he's probably feeling proud that I did it. It's probably been like maybe 5 years since I've did that, maybe 4 or 5 years, and I've been out doing my own thing, pushing myself, working really hard, doing everything, comedy, podcasts, everything, like clubs, touring when I can, just hustling it out. He's been there, I've been there, we've watched each other go through it, and it's just tough, and I know that he just values our friendship, and I'm happy for the both of us that we get to do what we love, and we just keep trucking on, But anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed the episode. This episode was brought to you by bullymake.com. If you have a pet, why haven't you gone and checked this out yet, you guys? Bullymake.com. It's awesome. It's a monthly subscription. You can sign up for a year, 6 months, 3 months, or you can even not do a monthly. You can just try, literally just do one box if you want. But I like to do the subscription because every month you get a different theme box, which is kind of cool. So they'll send you dog toys and dog treats in the same box. So the last box I got had 2 dog toys in it. And it's called Bully Make because they're more for like, bulldogs, pit bulls, all those dogs that are power chewers, Rottweilers, Shepherds that just every time you buy them, those expensive dog toys, they just rip them apart anyway. So they come with really durable toys for the power chewers. Also, they come with the last box I got also had like 4 different bags of treats. We had like turkey bacon treats for dogs, peanut butter like Chewies and things like that. And it's all made in the USA. It's all healthy. They even have like gluten-free options for the dog. You can go in there and put preferences. I know it sounds crazy, but my dog actually has allergies. So yes, you can go in there and select like what he's allergic to, or he's sensitive to things, and it's all healthy stuff. So and then every month is a different theme. Like I got a military theme recently. Over in May, it was like a Cinco de Mayo theme. They had like a little toy shaped like a taco. He had a little sombrero and shit in there. It was pretty awesome. So anyway, you're going to go to bullymake.com and you're going to use the promo code HOME to get $10 off your order. And you can use that even if you don't want to get a subscription, even if you just want to get one box and just try out the one box one time and see if you like it. You can still get the $10 off. They're about like $30 boxes, but I think the more months you sign up for, the cheaper it gets. So so if you just got one box, it's $30. But if you use my promo code, it's going to be $20. If you signed up, I think for like the whole year, it ends up being like 20 something a box, and then still you get my promo code for that $10 off your first order. So don't forget to use HOME at checkout to get $10 off. Also, guys, go check out freshroastedcoffee.com. If you're a big coffee drinker like I am, I know you're gonna love this service. It's coffee delivered right to your door. You can literally go on there and just add as much stuff as you want to your cart. You can get the coffee grounds, you can get the pods. It's all organic, fresh coffee from all over the world. I'm trying the Argentinian and the Brazilian right now, and I can't wait because I'm really curious of how the green coffee is going to be from green beans. It's supposed to be super healthy, and I'm really curious how that's going to be. I'm supposed to get that one next. They also have gift baskets with different coffees, mugs, the thermos. It's a really cool little baskets they have that are not very expensive at all. If you're thinking about something for Father's Day, if your dad's a coffee drinker, and there you're going to use the promo code SCHOOL. That's it, just the word SCHOOL, and that's going to give you 10% off your entire order, no minimum purchase necessary. And I think if you spend over $35, you get free shipping. So there also another idea for Father's Day. I really enjoy my watch. I love all the compliments I get. I love that it's a watch that I go out and like no one else really ever has it. People are really blown away by it. It's a DMC watch. It's made by the DeLorean Motor Company that made the DeLorean car from Back to the Future. On the back of the watch, on the stainless steel, it's like embroidered in like the little logo, official product of DeLorean Motor Company. It's super badass, especially a guy like me who loves 80s movies, and Back to the Future is my favorite movie. It's just really cool. I love the compliments I get. It's really classy looking. They have other ones too, though. They have sporty looking ones. They have like the rubber wristband. They have all metal wristband. I had the leather one. I feel like that's the classiest, and I love it. I don't know how I got along without my watch for so long, because I take it on stage with me and I get to keep track of my time without looking at my phone. But anyway, guys, for that one, you're going to use the link in the description. There's no promo code. So just if you're going to go to the website, make sure you use the link that's in my description of this podcast. And I'm not sure if you can click right on it. I don't think you can click right on it, but just copy and paste it. And that link is going to take you right to the website, but I'm going to get the credit for it. And also you're going to get 15% off of your watch. All right, you guys. So that's the sponsors. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. Thank you, Kevin Lyons, my co-host. Thank you, Nick Guerra, my guest. I hope that you guys continue to listen, and please don't forget to hit subscribe. Do me a personal favor and go to YouTube if you have a YouTube account and subscribe there. I'm putting all these episodes on there, and that's my goal there, is to kind of build that up too. And just tell a friend. If you're listening to this via iTunes, go on there and leave a 5-star review and and a little comment. I really, really appreciate it. All right, you guys. I'll see you soon.
Stand should crumble.